Counting on you! Counting on you! Counting on you! Counting on you! Mushu! Mushu!
doth awaken me from my slumber. So, thou art the demon who came from afar. I am Taira no Masakado, the guardian of Tokyo for the last 1,000 years. Thou art the demi-fiend, art thou not? The king of chaos, who hath gained the powers of demons despite being human. Demi-fiend, why hast thou come this far to see me? So, thou hast come for mine assistance. But thy Tokyo is a Tokyo my light cannot reach. I cannot set foot in thy world. Let me ask thee a question. Wilt thou bring peace to Tokyo? Then I shall lend thee my power. Farewell. Be it a new world, it is still Tokyo. Thou art the new guardian of the land.